so well. Sam, you want to come up? What's up, man?
Friend, I'm not going to take long because pray for me. I need you guys' prayers. God purge me. There's a Jewish seeker who's going to talk to me
Okay.
in 30 minutes. I'm just saying, I've noticed something, brother, and I'm going to pray for you. I had prophesied that the more you do this, the more impatient. No, I just want to prophesy because I'm more prophet than Muhammad, but I'm not a prophet. I said, the more you do this, the more frustrated you'll become. The more impatient you'll become, the more short fuse. You're going to start blocking people quicker than before. And then when you get to be 50, my age, you're going to start cussing people out. I told you, brother. Was I lying?
Well, here's where the part where you're better than Muhammad. You are better than Muhammad.
You're getting there, brother.
I ain't gonna be cussing people out.
Oh no, you're not 50 yet. I'm 52. Well, I'll see you when I'm 50, when you're 50, brother. But
Lord willing,
the force is strong in you. Just cross over to the dark side, brother.
I can't do it.
I'm proud of you.
I refuse.
That's what, hey, Anakin said the same thing.
I refuse.
All right, brother. Keep it up. I'm proud of this. I'm loving this, Avery. Start blocking, baby. Blocking lights. All right, bro? God bless you, man.
God bless, bro. Mark says, how would Muhammad know if the Gospels and Torah is distorted? Muhammad can't read. Oh, he would have to trust other people. You have to trust the words that he hears. All right, we got somebody named Christian Lopez who wants to join. How you doing, Christian? Christian Lopez, you are on the stage. What's up? You a Muslim?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. So my topic is that that Allah helped the true Christians against the disbelievers. He helped true Christianity spread. What do you think?
In what form?
Say that again.
In what form?
In what form? In the form that it is today. Trinitarian Christianity, believing in the deity,
man?
God coming in the form of man, walking amongst us, dying the death on the cross, rising again on the third day.
So you believe that?
This is the Christianity. This is the message that Allah helped spread, according to the Quran.
So you believe that's what Jesus was talking about?
Yep, that's what Allah spread.
Prove it.
Sure. So it says here in the Quran, it says, let me pull the verse up. I should have had this up already. My bad. This is what it says here. Let me share the screen here. I'm going to share this. Share this tab. There we go. Wait, hold on. Am I able to just have myself up? Let me see. There we go. Okay. So it says, this is chapter 61, verse 14. It says, O you who believe, be you helpers in the cause of Allah. As Jesus said, Jesus, son of Mary, said to his disciples, who are my helpers of Allah? The disciples said, we are the helpers of Allah. Then a group of the children of Israel believed and a group disbelieved. So we gave power to those who believed against their enemies, and they became uppermost. So Allah helped the believers in Jesus spread the message of Jesus successfully.
But is that saying Jesus is God?
That's the message that they spread, yes.
No, they spreading the message of God, not that He is God.
Yeah, that Jesus was God. That's the message they spread.
No, the message is not that the man is God. He's spreading the word of God.
So then, here's my question then. How is it that Christianity became this religion that has this message that Jesus is God?
because people started idolizing the man instead of the message.
But how did that become the main message?
You tell me, you're the Christian.
Oh, you tell me, you're the Muslim. This says Allah helped the true believers of Jesus become victorious. But you're saying no,
So
they were not.
Allah is just an Arabic word for God.
No worries. So you're a
You get
Muslim.
what I'm saying? So
You believe that
yes,
Allah
sure.
helped the true Christians spread the message of Jesus. That's what it says here. That Allah gave them power to spread the message against the disbelievers, and they became successful. They became superior, right? So, but you're saying, well, actually, they actually distorted the message of Jesus. So Allah didn't help the true Christians?
No.
So he lied then.
If you're idolizing a man, you're not a true Christian. You're not following Jesus' words.
But I don't think you're following. You're not tracking the argument.
I
So
don't
let
think
me.
you're understanding. I think you should reread your Bible.
Let's do this step by step. Let's do this step by step. This says that Allah helped the followers of Jesus spread the message, right?
Correct.
Okay. So if Allah helped the followers of Jesus spread the message, and it says that they became uppermost against the enemies of the message. So those who would try to come and distort the message or stop them from spreading it, Allah helped them against these people, right?
Correct. And they was freed.
Say that again.
The empire of that era failed
Because
and they collapsed and everything became free to the land, to the people.
you're cutting out, man. I don't even know what you're talking about. Are you there? Are you there?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
All right. Yes, I can hear you.
All right. So Allah helped them against the people who would try to come against their message and try to distort it, right?
Say that again.
Look, brother, if your connection's bad, man, we got to move on, man. I can't have you up here.
I'm asking you a simple question. Do you believe Jesus is God or a man?
All right. You're not tracking. Thanks for coming, man. I give up. Why, Lord? Why have you called me to such a mission? Do you not see these people? Do you not see these fellow image bearers? They bear your image. Why must you send me? They're hard-headed, stubborn, and downright stupid, Lord. I'm dumbfounded at how dumbfounded they are, Lord. If it be possible, take this cup. Take the cup from me, Lord, if it be possible, but not my will. Let your will be done. Yes, Lord. I shall continue. I shall continue the fight. As you say, my Lord, as you say. All right. Let's continue. Adam, welcome.
Yo, it's good.
You're a Muslim, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'm saying that Allah helped the true Christians spread the message of Jesus.
Damn.
And so true Christianity is what we see today. Allah helped it. Allah helped us. Allah helped the Trinitarians. Allah helped the ones who believe in the deity of Christ, the crucifixion. He helped us spread the message.
Yo, that's crazy.
Why you think it's crazy?
I don't know, it's crazy.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know, bro. You tell me. But were you expecting what a reaction?
Why, Lord? Is it too much to ask that you send the knowledgeable ones? Oh, I see now. There are no knowledgeable ones. I have fooled myself, tricked myself, beguiled my own thoughts, fooled myself into thinking that I could get quality conversations out of the Muslims. I have tricked myself, bewildered myself. Who do I think I am to think that I could find knowledgeable, genuine, intellectually integrable Muslims? I have fooled myself. I see now, Lord. I've seen your clarity. It's not me. It's not them. It's just Islam. There are none. This is their best. Oh, praises. Oh, praises. My joy is restored. Clarity has been brought to me. I am no longer depressed and sad because I know this is what Islam is. This is the best they got. This is it. This is Islam. Subhan Yeshua. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Let's bring on Hadi. Hadi, how you doing?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm excellent, man. Blessed by the Lord. Just received clarity. I'm good now.
Okay. Yeah. I was listening to just like one or two conversations.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to explain the something you mentioned. You're basically saying that if Allah lied by allowing the spread of Christianity, can't you say like we could look at polytheism? It's been dominant, throughout the world. Does that prevalence mean it's true?
Is polytheism Christianity?
No, but it's the example I'm trying to make.
Yeah, so Allah never said that he helped the polytheists. He said that he helped the Christians.
Yeah, the Christianity you're talking about is like the current Christianity that we have today.
Well,
That's the example I'm making.
Well, yeah, so the Christianity that we have today, it's Christianity. So, it says that Allah helped the Christians. So if he helped the Christians, then Christianity as we see it today, Allah ordained it and helped them.
I'm saying you could say the same thing about polytheism and atheism, the growth of atheism.
Where does Allah say that he
I'm
helped?
saying, let's use your God, your God, Jesus Christ. Isn't he prevailing that atheism?
No.
Isn't he helping that spread?
Can you show me where in the Quran where it says that Allah swore to help and make victorious the atheists and the polytheists? Where does he say that?
I can't show you that. I can show you something similar.
Show me something similar.
You could look at, Surah Hud, Surah 11, ayah 18 to 19.
Okay. So this should give us the impression that Allah aids and helps the polytheists and atheists over the monotheists, I guess. All right. So it says, and who does more wrong than he who invents a lie against Allah? Such will be brought before their Lord, and the witnesses will say, these are the ones who lied against their Lord. No doubt the curse of Allah is on the wrongdoers.
Well, I think that's the Surah 11, verse 118.
Oh, 118.
Yeah.
All right. 118. And if your Lord had so willed, he could surely have made mankind one ummah, but they will not cease to disagree.
So what I was trying to get from this is like, there's going to be spread of false beliefs. It's a test for humanity. It's not going to be.
Where does Allah say that he helps the false belief spread, though? Or are you saying that this is saying that Allah helps the false belief spread?
I'm saying the spread of false beliefs is a test of faith and discernment. It's not.
Yeah, but does Allah help the false belief spread?
Not in this verse, but you're.
Well, you know what? It's interesting that you say that. I mean, it says, if your Lord had so willed, he could surely have made mankind one ummah, but
Correct.
they will not cease to disagree. So the only reason why there's false religions out there is because Allah wills it to be so, right?
It's free will.
No, it's Allah's will.
Allah doesn't coerce belief. He provides guidance through prophets and
It's
scripture.
not true. It said, if Allah so willed, he could surely have made mankind one ummah. So the reason why there's not one ummah, mankind is not under one ummah, is because Allah doesn't will it to be so, right?
Literally, but it's a test for humanity.
Sure. So Allah wills for false beliefs to be out there to test humanity. Is that right?
This says, if your Lord had willed, he could have made one.
Yeah. So that means he wills the opposite. He wills the
not
contrapositive.
Not necessarily.
Well, yeah, he wills for them not to be one ummah, right?
I'll give you this if you're just looking at this one verse, but you got to look at the Quran entirely.
You brought me this, brother.
I'm saying you could look at it literally and you could be correct, but you got to look at the entire thematic, entire Quran with it, and then the explanation.
Well, to be real with you, I could make the argument that yes, Allah, he's the one who makes you believe or disbelieve. It's upon him. That's another subject. That's a little sub-subject that depending on how this conversation goes, it sounds like we'll be able to have a conversation. We'll probably get there eventually. But this has nothing to do with what I'm talking about and the verses I was talking about, how it says that Allah actively helped, not just willed, but he helped and gave power to the followers of Jesus to be victorious over the disbelievers who would come against them.
So with that, okay, I'm going to make the argument that the ones, despite persecution, the ones that persevered in their faith and survived, I can concede to that being a divine support. It doesn't have to be the dominance that you mentioned in terms of how big Christianity is today. That's what you're making the claim.
Not really. What I'm saying is that the message that the followers spread will be the dominant message that will always be victorious over people who will try to come and destroy that message or come against it. That's what the Quran says. Because Allah helped them and gave them power over them, and they are victorious, not just one time, but until the day of judgment, they're victorious. So the message is going to be victorious until the day of judgment of the followers of Jesus. So that's what I'm saying. Whatever the message of Christianity is, that's the message that Allah helped spread. Or else you have to say he lied about it or failed to keep his promise.
I'm going to say this, you're saying that basically the Christianity that we have today, you're saying it will stay strong until the end. That's what you're saying. That's what you're claiming.
This is what I'm saying. I'm saying that the Christianity that we recognize today is the Christianity that Allah helped spread, that he deemed as the message of Jesus and helped spread it against the disbelievers, right? It's the Christianity that we have today. Mm-hmm. So this is where we're at. It's either This is Christianity is the Christianity that Allah helped spread. So he kept his promise. And then therefore Islam is false because Christianity teaches the Trinity, the deity of Christ, the death, burial, resurrection. So Islam will be false. Or the Christianity that exists today, obviously that's dominant, are the disbelievers. They distorted the message of the true believers of Jesus.
Correct.
And so Allah failed to keep his promise to help the true believers of Jesus. And so Islam is still false because now Allah lied and failed to keep his promise.
I get what you're saying. You're gonna keep it at just two options. So you're basically
that's all we got, brother. Hey,
I'm gonna disagree, and I get if I concede to that, it's gonna be a contradiction on your part. You're thinking like the Quran is a contradiction based on that.
So what do you disagree with then? Or at least if you disagree, tell me why. Like, give me something sound.
I feel like the reason why I'm gonna say this is because you can use that verse, correct, but then you're gonna still claim it to be a contradiction when you look at multiple other verses when he refutes the ideology of Trinity, you know,
which would
claim a contradiction, which you're going to say.
Exactly.
But I'm not agreeing with the supposed dominance that you claim as like the spread of Christianity. That
let's just see what the Quran says itself. All right, because I want you to see that I'm not like putting my own interpretation on it or whatever. Look, I'm gonna let you see it for yourself. Okay. So this is what the verse says. O you who believe, be you helpers of Allah, as Jesus, son of Mary, said to the disciples, who are my helpers of Allah? And the disciple said, we are the helpers of Allah. So let's just pause there. What does it mean to be a helper of Allah?
To strive in God's cause.
Yeah, but what is that?
It's going to be followers of Jesus.
Yeah, but in doing what though? Because they were already followers of Jesus. They're already his disciples.
It could be spreading the message or keeping their message despite persecution, keeping the faith strong. It could be that.
I would say that that's one and the same thing. I would say that spreading the message and keeping strong in the message despite the persecution is one and the same thing. They don't fall away from the message and they spread it accurately. That's helpers of Allah. Can we agree to that?
I'm gonna say you're adding spread, but you could say, you know, keep hold of the message and keep.
Well, I'm not adding anything because it doesn't say keep hold of the message. I guess I could say you added that, but we're just understanding what helpers of Allah means.
Sure, I can.
So when Jesus says, "Who will be my helpers of Allah?" When he's talking to his disciples, who's going to be my helpers of Allah? The disciples who already follow Jesus, they step up and say, "We'll be helpers of Allah."
Right.
What does that mean? What are they signing up to do? Because they already follow Jesus. So what exactly are they signing up to do when they're helpers of Allah? Spread his message, right?
Well, that's the conclusion you're coming to. You know, I agree to that. You know, spread the message. Sure.
Okay, cool. So spreading the message, we agree there. So then it says this. Then a group of the children of Israel believed and a group disbelieved. So we gave power to those who believed against their enemies, and they became uppermost, successful, superior. So in spreading the message, they were gaining believers and followers, and then there were others that were disbelievers and were enemies of their message. Try to oppose them. But Allah helped them and gave them power over them, and they became successful above them in spreading the message. So Allah, these followers of Jesus, whatever message they were spreading, that's the message that Allah ordained and he helped spread.
Sure. Okay. So if you're saying that, then can't you say that, you know, after, you know, if you look at the entire Quran, you have another prophet coming after Jesus, and then that same monotheistic message has been spread. You can conclude that as well.
Well, this is the dilemma. Okay, the dilemma is that their message is that Jesus is God and he died for our sins and rose again on the third day. That's the message that spread for 2,000 years. And that's the message that has been dominant and has been successful against all its enemies for 2,000 years. So that has to be the message that Allah helped spread because it's been the dominant one. Okay? So whatever contradicts the message, we can really call this the message of Allah because he's the one who helped spread it. Whoever contradicts this message that Allah helped spread, then that's false. So Muhammad coming teaching the opposite of what this message is, that Jesus is God, that he came in the flesh, died for our sins, rose again on the third day. God is triune. Muhammad comes and says, no, right? He's not the son of God. He didn't die on the cross. God is not a Trinity. So that would mean that Muhammad is a false prophet for going against Allah's message.
You're still you're adding that Allah's message is in line with the current Christianity that we have today.
It has to be. So here's this is my thing. Either true Christianity or Christianity today is the true message of Allah, which he helped spread. So he kept his promise. Or if it's not, if Christianity today is just a den of disbelievers infiltrated Christianity and successfully overcame the actual followers of Jesus, then that would mean that Allah lied, or he just failed to keep his promise. No, it's both. He lied and he failed to keep his promise. So either way you go, bro, it's a dilemma. Islam is false regardless.
Where's the can you mention the promise real quick for me?
Yeah, it's right here.
So
right here. So we gave power to those who believed against their enemies, and they became uppermost. Now, here's another verse that actually adds to this because it tells us how long they will be uppermost. Look at this. This is 355. It says, and when Allah said, I will take you, said to Jesus, I will take you and raise you to myself and clear you of those who disbelieve. And I will make those, here's the part, I will make those who follow you superior to those who disbelieve. For how long? Oh man, all these parentheses. Sorry, let me skip all the brackets. Here it is. Until the day of resurrection.
okay.
So he promises that the true followers of Jesus will be successful against the disbelievers, not just in that time, but they will continuously be successful all the way until the day of resurrection. That's his promise.
Okay.
So
But,
if he, all right, go ahead.
Yeah, continue. Finish
Yeah.
that.
So if he kept his promise, then Christianity today is the religion that Allah helped spread. That's the religion that Allah helped keep victorious over its disbelievers. If Christianity today is not the true Christians, not the true followers of Jesus, then Allah failed to keep his promise because the true followers of Jesus failed. They were defeated and their message was corrupted by the disbelievers. So Allah failed.
I still wouldn't say that because you got to see who are the followers of Jesus. You're saying Trinitarian Christians are the true followers, but then use that verse to substantiate that in the entirety of the Quran that it refutes the doctrine of Trinity.
That would just mean that Allah that the Quran is just contradicting itself.
No, you're using that verse and then you're saying, what did Jesus preach? Then you go to Surah Maryam 36, Lord is your Lord, so worship him. So that's what Jesus is preaching. And then you have Muhammad coming after. So it's all connecting. There's not a contradiction there.
I don't think you're dealing with what is being said here. So let's walk through this slowly. We already agreed that the followers of Jesus were helped by Allah and that they will be dominant over disbelievers until the day of judgment. Was there any point in time where the followers of Jesus were overcome by the disbelievers and their message was corrupted?
So I'm gonna add a little bit to it, because like if you're saying the true followers of Jesus, the ones that upheld monotheism and whatever, and say if they lived to the time where Prophet Muhammad came or whatever prophet next, they're still part of that community of followers of Jesus, the true Jesus, if they upheld monotheism. So I don't think that is a contradiction. You're using it just that one time period.
Was there ever a time where the true followers of Jesus were overcome by the disbelievers and their message got corrupted?
Not the true followers of Jesus, the ones that,
Got it. So the true followers of Jesus were successful against the disbelievers who would try to come in and corrupt their message, right?
Correct.
Okay. So this is even before Muhammad comes. So what is their message that we see? We see that they're teaching that Jesus is God, that he was crucified, and that God is triune. That's the message that was dominant from the first century all the way up into Muhammad's time.
So there was no other groups at all.
Yeah, absolutely. There were other groups that no longer exist, as you see. They got destroyed by the Trinitarians who stuck with the scriptures, who followed the tradition of the apostles. These other heretical sects got destroyed and disappeared. You don't see them anymore.
I don't think like the spread equates to the truth, the historical spread.
It would have to equate to the truth because Allah says that he helped them do that. Whatever message spread from the apostles and the followers of Jesus, whatever message spread, that's the message that Allah helped. The message that spread dominantly. The message that is victorious over all the other ones that would try to corrupt it. Whatever message is the victorious one, that's the one that Allah helped. Or else Allah lied.
I get what you're saying. I don't think we're gonna get to agreements on anything right now, because I'm disagreeing with the idea of the dominance and the spreading. It has to be like a complete spread, depending on like the historical. But I'm gonna concede right here.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that, man. You can come back. You've definitely been the best guest so far. We've been able to have a back and forth and actually having a real conversation. So, thanks for coming. Come back again, man. Come back again anytime. Okay.
All right, man.
All right. Take care, bro.